3, 2, 1.
Hello, how are you all doing? And welcome to yet another Flyer live stream, half an hour on a Thursday night. So what have we got coming up tonight? Well, we got Simon, who's going to tell us about the weekend weather, which is looking interesting, to say the least. From my quick look at the charts, we've got a whole load of news. Now, there seems to be something wrong with the news because this week we don't have zero electric aircraft, zero eVTOL aircraft, zero scams, innovative schemes, and I just don't know what's going on. So we have got some news. We're giving Fantasy Hangar a rest, but we gave ourselves a little fantasy budget of £40,000 to go and spend on the most interesting thing we could find with wings. So we got that, and we got all sorts of other bits and pieces as well. We've also got a cheesy game. The Price is Right again. You might get that jingle twice tonight. I know. The show that keeps on giving, huh? Anyway, Simon, over to you. Sorry?
You do love your jingles.
I do love my jingles. It takes small things to please me, Ed. Simon, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm right. Thank you very much. I don't know as you will be once I've shown you what this forecast is for this weekend, because it's not looking particularly spectacular. Let me show you the chart for Saturday first of all. There's a very short word of 4 letters that I could probably sum that up with, but I won't do. It's going to be a windy day. You see how close together the ice bars are there across most of the UK. Got a front coming in from the west. That's going to be bringing some rain. So if the winds don't get you, then the rain probably will. Probably improves through Western Ireland and Western Scotland later on in the day, but I've got to be honest, for most of it, it's a windy day. Gusts looking like this. These are the forecast gusts for Saturday afternoon. The red colours basically telling us where the gusts are above 40 knots. So you see there across many parts of eastern England, we're into sort of 40 to 50 knot category. Further west, probably about 30 to 35 knot gusts. Still not pleasant and very turbulent as well. So Saturday is not looking particularly brilliant. Got to be one for getting those brownie points accrued, I reckon. Sunday looks a bit better. So Sunday is the day I think that probably you should plan for. Some showers affecting western coast and hills. The green colours there telling us that those are showers across the west. Some showers coming onto southern coast as well. But you notice that for most areas away from the coast, it is dry. So we're looking at bases of about 3,000 feet. I think some fairly big cumulus clouds up to about 15 or 20,000 feet. Not so windy. Generally southwesterlies, probably blowing at around 15, gusting 25 knots. Although a little bit windier, I think, for northeast England, possibly southeast Scotland. There we could still get some gusts of 30 knots. But generally, Sunday looks to be the day of the weekend, I think. But even then, I think you should expect it to be a little bit of a bumpy one.
Thank you. Now, I don't know if you remember, Simon, but a while ago we showed a picture and tried to explain what it was. So we've got a picture for you this week.
Okay.
Picture. We're looking to put you on the spot. Here you go.
Right. Oh, nice. So let me have a look, see what that is. I'd like a bit more perspective on it, but I reckon that is alto stratus cloud, probably at sunset or sunrise, and it's got to be some sort of stable cloud because of the undulating pattern in there. So probably a stable air mass, but I think that's probably alto stratus, and fairly thick alto stratus as well. It occurs at about sort of 8,000 feet and above. So that's pretty nice cloud. I like that one. Well done.
There you go. Well,
yeah.
And,
yeah, I thought you were going to pull back and tell me it was somebody sort of having a fag and it was just the smoke coming out of their cigarette. So it wasn't a catch then.
No, it wasn't a catch. But if anyone out there wants to try and catch Simon out, the email address is on the screen, livestream@seeger.aero. Send us in your cloud pictures and we'll surprise Simon with them to see what he can do. So
yeah. If you were flying on that day, that would actually be quite a bumpy day as well, because of that undulation that's in the clouds. So you'd probably get moderate turbulence even down at low levels with that one.
There you go. So people,
I tell them everything we need to know.
Livestream@seeger.aero.
Yes. Can you stump Simon? The challenge is on.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And no plug for weather school this week, Simon?
Well, you know, I can't see when I forgot to. Oh, there it is. Go on and have a look at weatherschool.co.uk. I've got 2 places left on the course, my aviation weather school part 1, on the mornings of Saturday the 7th and the 14th of November. So if you want to come along, I've got those 2 places available. That's probably the last course that I'll do this year, or the last aviation weather school part 1 I do this year. So if you want to do it, you've got 2 places left. You can book one of those. How's that?
Not going to run a Christmas special or anything?
Well, I thought the Father Christmas outfit won't fit this year, probably. So perhaps not.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
Thank you very much. We'll
All right,
hopefully
thanks,
see you again soon.
See you
Have fun.
soon. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
I've just been reminded, obviously, Peter Satchwell comments, he said, I went to Welshpool today. They have to go into lockdown tomorrow at 6 p.m, so wish them well. And that's true, actually, isn't it? Wales is going to be off limits, I guess.
Yeah. I think you can go there if you've got, like, I can't remember the rules, and I'm not even going to try, but
No.
yeah.
But
yeah.
So that's a definite. If you're planning to fly, think twice.
Think twice, indeed. And there was a statement from Harridan as well about some restrictions that they've got, which is somewhere on the forum, and I think we may have even made it into a news story. Or if we didn't, maybe we will.
Yes.
Talking of news, Dave, is there any?
Right. Yes, there's a bit of news this week. Been a little bit of a quiet week, but anyway, Tecnam has had a heck of a week. Really, they've certified 2 aircraft. First was the P92 Echo Mark II. The P92 is an aircraft that's been around quite a long time with Tecnam, since 1992, and it's been in the ultralight category, as they call it. But it's just been certified by the German authorities in the 600 kilogram microlight class. This is the new 600 kilogram microlight class. The Germans were the first to adopt it, and they're the first to come up with a series of airworthiness regulations to put aircraft down. Let's hope that the UK follows something similar, because that's a lovely looking aircraft.
That is, for a 600 kg microlight, that is stunning.
I'll tell you what. I've flown P92. I think it's a great flying little aircraft. Tecnam have got a relatively rough runway, so it's a pretty rugged little thing. Flies lovely, really, really nice. It's really well equipped as well. You can get a version with 100 horsepower, G3X, ballistic parachute, 600 kilograms. So here's the question. Here's the first jingle of the night. How much is it?
120,000 euros. Close.
Not quite a banana. Dave?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the fit, doesn't it? Because but the base price is around about 100. But the base price, I think it's 140,000 euros, isn't it?
Nope, 108,000 euros for the G3X version.
That's
really?
Yep.
I know not all of us have that much money to spend, but for a brand new aeroplane, that is pretty good.
It's pretty. I'll tell you what, I really rate that aircraft. And talking about whether it'll be here in the UK or not, I sent an email to Steve Slater and Jeff Whale this week, saying, Steve Slater and Jeff Whale, I hope you're going to allow this. And there's a meeting, I think, taking place on Saturday as part of the continuation stuff. And I am going to try and set up another video update with them next week to see how they're getting on. Because frankly, I still think there's a danger that we will manage to invent a wheel that's not quite the same type of round as everybody else.
It's ours to bundle, I feel.
Yeah.
So let's hope that we don't do that. Anyway, enough of that news story.
Yes.
Fingers
we haven't
crossed.
mentioned the other Tecnam yet.
Sorry.
Yes. So the other Tecnam that was certified this week is the P2010, the 4-seater, and this is with Continental's CD170, 170 horsepower turbo diesel. So now there are 3 P2010s, the turbo diesel one, 170 horsepower, and 2 avgas burning engines with 180 horsepower and 215. The turbo diesel one is aimed at flight schools, really, because it's supposed to burn 17 litres an hour of fuel, and the fuel is a bit cheaper. So that makes it quite an economical aeroplane.
Yeah.
So,
I do apologise. I don't have a picture of that one, and I should have had a picture of that one. But I think that might be the first diesel retrofit aircraft that's actually not ugly.
Yep, I was going to say. I think it's definitely right.
Yeah.
well, Italians
Italians, they know how to make things look good.
They do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk of things looking good.
Yes.
The the Catalina on Loch Ness,
Yes.
the big beastie that's has got stuck there. It had a problem with one engine. I saw it reported as being a starter motor, but anyway, it's got a problem with one engine and couldn't take off, and also couldn't maneuver. It needs both engines to maneuver. So the local lifeboat seen here had to go out and tow it back into a mooring, which is not very easy when you've got a blinking great big boat like that. They have to tow it from behind, and then also you can possibly just tell that the sun is setting. So by the time they'd finished getting it to the shore and tying it up safely, it was pitch black. And we've got a video of it on the Flyer News website, and you can see by the end of that video they're working in pitch black with torches. It would have been very easy for that to all go very badly wrong. Anyway,
I think unfortunately someone with there was a rigid inflatable boat, wasn't there, that unfortunately bumped into not the RNLI guys, but someone who turned up initially to help managed to bump into one of the blisters and broke it, didn't they? So.
That's right. Yeah. So a little additional thing to do. But there's a crowdfunding campaign that's been set up by one of Flyer's columnists, Matt Deere, who's one of the pilots of the Catalina. He wasn't flying on this particular occasion, but he's one of the pilots, and they've set up a crowdfunding campaign because it's going to apparently cost 20 grand to get it out of the water. They've done that now apparently. Get it out of the water, fix the engine, get it back in the water, and fly it back to Duxford. And there's a bit of urgency because they don't want it to be there during the winter. Obviously, it could there'll be more damage.
Yeah, but it's out, isn't it? As of this afternoon, it was lifted out, so they can get going.
And I think they've got, so far, when I looked this afternoon, they'd raised 16,171 quid, which is probably a little bit more by now, I would imagine. So that's pretty good going, I have to say.
That is.
Yeah. Okay, next on the list is the British Aerobatics Association. They have an annual raffle, and the raffle prize is to win a flight in a Spitfire. Here it is. It's a two-seater. Obviously, you don't get to fly one solo. And do you think that picture makes it look like a great white shark? It just looks so menacing. Brilliant picture. And anyway, if you get to if you win, you get a flight in the back of this. There's only 1,000 tickets will be sold, so you've actually got a decent chance. It's not like winning the lottery or anything like that. Good chance.
Is it £20 a ticket? I think something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
But anyway, it's a good cause. It helps support British Aerobatics Association, and they're doing good work. And you might win a Spitfire flight. So
maybe we should put a Flyer live stream 20 quid on a ticket, and if we win, we should not raffle it off and just fight us to see who gets it.
I think that's a great idea. We should do that, and it should go to a live stream viewer if we win.
There you go. I'll see if I can sort that out tomorrow. I'll assume it is 20 quid and not 200 quid or something. Anyway, next.
Night flying. Booker is starting night flying soon, and we were just wondering how many other airfields are going to offer night flying this year. Night flying in the UK is not the easiest thing because not many airfields operate it, and they don't have this very convenient thing they have in America where you can just buzz the PTT button a few times and it switches the lights on. Over here, what's your favourite phrase, Ian? They roll up the runway at night and take it home.
Roll up, take it home. Right, it's closed now, lads. You can't play.
Yeah. So anyway, if you know of an airfield that is running night flying this winter, let us know. You've seen the email address, livestream@sega.aero. Livestream@sega.aero. So let us know, and we'll do a piece on it.
Yeah, we've already got one suggestion. Mark Saunders says Blackbush until 1900 hours every day. So that makes sense. Blackbush are really progressive. They're doing good stuff. I've got I'm pretty sure I know Cotswold Airport, Kemble were doing it last year. I don't know with COVID whether anything's changed, but Midlife PPL says so is White Waltham. And I saw today, I think Southend is doing 5 circuits for £5, and that includes night operations.
Wow.
So that's a great deal. The trick is, though, not to stop and park, because then you're into quite extensive parking charges.
More
but
expensive.
say £5 for 5 circuits at Southend. I'm sure there's a way where you can just lob in, do your circuits, and pay remotely after the fact. That's a good deal.
It's a bargain. Yeah. You have to book not more than 24 hours in advance, I think.
That's it. And you have to do 5. Don't do 4.
No, I'm not. I don't really understand that, but I'm sure there's a reason somewhere.
Maybe they're hoping that as people will go, I'm tired after 3, I'll fly home, and they go, they're £100 each now.
How many did I do? I've lost count. Oh my god.
Catherine Burton says Cardiff. We've been doing night ratings on 2 nights since August. Open all night, but no circuits after 11 p.m. at night.
Wow.
Lawrence Rippon says Leicester, Tuesday and Thursdays until 8 p.m. and the food and bar is open.
The real challenge with these kind of things, because I'd love to go to all of these places. I'd love to go and do some night flying, and I'd love to go to Cardiff and have one of their curries one night. But then when you leave, you need lights on your home base to come and land at, don't you?
Yeah.
That's kind of slight. And I'm being based at a strip. I'm not yet brave enough to try landing just with the lights, with the lights of the cowling, as it were.
Just to complete other people's suggestions, Blackpool Airport, handy for night flying. Someone said, do you see the illuminations? Ian Core says night flying at Perth every year, and they have pilot-controlled lights. Stapleford is starting when the clocks go back, says Mark Tideman. I think I've got everything.
Fantastic.
John says, my wife does my lights for me on her Land Rover. Yeah.
Who said that, Ed?
John O'Holland.
Johnny, can I borrow your wife and your Land Rover?
Right. Well, that's good. That's dug up a whole bunch of night stuff. So if you've done your night rating, there's some motivation.
I can see a night story in our future somewhere.
Yeah, Clear. This is obviously directed at you, Ian. As Clear Cloud says, night in the 185. That will be sporting.
Yeah, I've never landed a tail dragger at night.
Yeah.
No. Give it a go. Can't be any uglier than during the day, can it?
Yeah. I'm just picking up from the comments. George Heck says, can I ask a question about A-levels for airline pilots? Go for it, George, and we'll pick it up later.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. And we got an item for you later, George.
Right.
Well.
Do you remember, Ian, when I made my first night landing? We were together.
I do. It was a great story.
It was. we were flying.
This sounds like the kind of thing where you both agreed never to talk about it, and all of a sudden
we can't tell. We can't tell the whole story.
Can't tell the whole story.
No.
Yeah.
But we made a night landing at Atlanta in the States. Yes.
It wasn't Atlanta, was it? It was
Atlantic City. Atlantic City.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Nerve-wracking.
It started off with I was very, very naive, and I went into the FBO at Merritt Island, I think, because we were about to fly from Merritt Island up to Atlantic City, and I said, can I have the chart that covers Merritt Island to Atlantic City, please? And the bloke went, there's about 5 of them. I went, oh, it's quite a long way away then. So we had those sort of days when people use charts as well. Fortunately, it was just up the coast. So
that's it.
Yes, all we had to do was keep the big blue bit on the right, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah. That was a great flight. That was.
It was a great flight. Yeah. Anyway, next coming up, we have a feature coming up in the magazine on electronic conspicuity, and we were wondering if anybody runs a pilot-aware ground station. Now you're on top of this, Ed, aren't you? So would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Well, Ian's more on top of it than me. I've been pushing the feature along, but yeah. So on the back of the fact that the CAA have announced a grant, so anyone can claim £250 towards the purchase of an electronic conspicuity device. So that's either a Sky Echo or a Pilot Aware Rosetta, or I believe you can use it towards a transponder, probably a Trig TN72 GPS device that you can add on to one of your units. But there's a whole bunch of kit that's eligible for this. And we thought, well, we've never actually seen a good comparison of just, of people going out and trying kit. And we've not been super scientific. We've just been pilots gathering kit together and going off and trying and seeing who sees what and how it all works. So I know we're kind of interested in the Atom Grid network, which Pilot Aware are running, which is part of their brilliant rebroadcast network. So a lot of that is kind of run by individuals across the country. So if you've got one of those, drop us a line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a chap called Eugene who says he does it at Sturgate.
Cool.
Yep. So
What does he
Eugene,
do
if you
at
could drop us a
Sturgate?
line.
Yes.
Sorry?
I think I've got Eugene's email, so I can ping him an email.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, it was. I have to say, we went. It was last Saturday, wasn't it? We went and did a whole bunch of flying, and it was really, it was great. The feature will be out in the next issue of Flyer. We're even going to have a go at making a video as well. So we'll talk more about that later.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Yes. Remind me, have you seen the time?
yeah, we've got to whiz on. Yep. So coming up, finishing off the news. There's the Royal Aeronautical Society having their Light Aircraft Design Conference online this year. It's going to be a virtual conference, and it's in November. We managed to do a little bit of a deal with them, and you can for Flyer Cup members, there's £15 off the ticket. Sounds like a fantastic conference. Anybody who's anybody in aviation. The subject this year is about electric aviation. And including the guys from Rolls-Royce with their Axel project. So sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah,
Great.
Sounds like a great deal. If you're a member of the club,
Yes.
Yep.
as it were.
Right.
Great. Should we move on? Should we have a very? I'm going to have a truncated, cheesy quiz show here. Stand by. Ed, come on down. Dave, come on down. So. Couple of points. What is this?
It's
an Allen bolt.
Yeah, some kind of Allen bolt, but it's going to be aviation, isn't it? So it
is an aviation thing. Yeah. So that is Anyone else got it out there? No. Okay, that's a bolt that holds the wings on a Bonanza.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how much? I'm going to go for. Is this a pair or just a single bolt?
Just a single bolt. I have to say, I couldn't find the official price, and I found there's an awful lot of these for sale on eBay, and there's a guy selling them on eBay, and I'm sure they come with the paperwork and everything, and it's called new old stock, so it's either been inspected or it's never been fitted.
Yeah.
Paperwork, but how much do you reckon per bolt then?
I'm going to go £800.
No.
It's just a bolt. It's just a bolt. It can't be more than 100 quid, surely.
It's the ones on eBay. I'm not into. I have to say, as great as I'm sure the seller is on eBay, I wouldn't be buying my Bolt Your Bonanza wings on bolts from eBay. But they're 99 quid plus 50 quid shipping for that.
Right.
There you go. Here's the. Where's my next picture gone? Oh my god, I can't find. There you go. So we all know what that is, don't we?
Grumman AA5, yeah.
Grumman AA5. See that bit at the front of it there? The kind of bit that you look through?
What, the windscreen?
There you go. How much for one of those?
Grumman AA5 windscreen? £2,000.
Nope. Dave?
I don't know. It seems quite a big item. Probably has to be fixed specially. So I'd say probably, 5,000.
$685.
Really?
Yeah, right. And you can get the Cessna ones are even cheaper. The fitting is not, because they're not that easy to fit. Anyway, as we're running out of time, lastly, how about this? Any ideas?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Is that a repair kit for a Cessna door post?
No, it's actually it's actually quite small. It's probably only like maybe 4 centimeters high. Inside that sits the wheel upon which the seats roll up and down the rollers on a Cessna.
Okay.
Right.
So there are 4 There are 4 of those, one at each corner. They're slightly different.
Set of 4 has to be £700.
Well, each one of them is $948.22, and you need 4 per seat.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Fortunately, there's a couple of PMA people have stepped in. So McFarlane's, you can get them from McFarlane's for just $198 a corner. So only $800 for the whole seat.
There were a couple of aeroplanes on A4s that cost less than four of those.
There are. So there you go. That's the end of. I'll kind of truncate that as we're almost running out of time.
Cool.
Let's move on to the 40 grand thing.
Yeah, aeroplanes on A4s or elsewhere, or barnstormers. So we challenged ourselves to find lots of fun for 40k or under. So
Ed, it's your turn to go first.
It's my turn.
You're gonna have to go first. This is what Ed chose.
So I found this on Barnstormers. Unbelievably, and I know unbelievably, this aeroplane is on Barnstormers at the moment. It's an Aeronca C3 with it's a 2-cylinder 36 horsepower Jap engine, and it's $24,500, which is, for a 1936 vintage aeroplane, is amazing. So I reckon by the time you do the pounds to the dollars to pounds conversion, ship it, I reckon you might get that into the UK for 27k. And that looks like the kind of bonkers aeroplane that is going to put a smile on your face every time.
Now, I know it's rude to talk about aeroplanes, vintage aeroplanes like that, but can you not? I mean, how does that not look like an aeroplane that's just flown into a wall?
I know it does look a bit short. But it makes up for it in wingspan, but I think that's just plain brilliant.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm worried about you, Ed.
So with my 27, so with my 27k, there's loads left over for avgas and insurance. So
Well,
I think I might be on to something here.
No, this is the one. I've chosen this one. It's a single seater, so it's absolutely brilliant for social distancing. No need to worry about that. It's a René Fournier RF4. The RF4 is a bit tougher than the RF3, so it's stressed to +6 -3. This one's on sale in A4s for £28,500. It's currently on the Swedish register, but it was on the UK register under the aviation. It shouldn't be too difficult getting it in. There was only 3, I think, that were built in the factory down at Cap. But then the Germans took it over because they liked it so much, and they built another 155 of them. So £28,500. The only minor thing with it is it's got a 37-foot wingspan, which is a little bit tricky. You kind of need somewhere to. That's
a foot bigger than the Aeronca, and I thought the Aeronca was big.
Yeah, I still think that's a pretty good one. So, Dave, over to you.
Well, I've clearly got this one because I found this fantastically beautiful aeroplane. I'm going to say, but here we are. Look at this. This is a 1957 Blanca Cruise Master. It's in Chino in California. It's worth going just because it's there. Chino's a wonderful airfield with lots of classic stuff going on. This is the epitome of a beautiful classic aeroplane. It's a 4-seater, and it's got a 230 horsepower engine in there. It's just beautiful. It's got a classic interior. It's just a perfect little aeroplane. Look at that. Look at that.
Tiny super constellation. So how much, Dave? How much is this?
This is $39,800.
Oh, I don't think you're going to come in on budget.
You might have to move to California.
We're going to disqualify you on a technicality because I think by the time
No. That's the list price.
So I'm afraid to say.
No.
I'm not. That's too expensive.
Well,
I think that's a lovely airplane.
It is a lovely airplane.
Under 40k, that's pretty nice.
Has anyone in the comments come up with their own under 40k Billy bargains? Or
I haven't seen any suggestions. The Aeronca wasn't ticking the beautiful button for a lot of people.
No, that could be because it's ugly.
No.
I mean, come on.
I think any aeroplane that gets painted with a dinosaur on the side.
What's its nickname, Ed?
might look prettier. Sorry,
What's its nickname?
what's the nickname? The
Yeah.
Aeronca was nicknamed the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can probably see why.
Who wants to go flying in a bathtub?
Well, I don't know. I think loads of people. You know, as much as I love a Fournier, you turn up somewhere in a Fournier. Probably not too many people are going to walk over and go, "Oh, that's nice." Whereas an Aeronca, they might walk over and go, "Are you blind?"
Yeah, I think out of the three, I would probably have to go and drool over Dave's choice. I must admit.
Yeah, I think that might be good, but I think I'll have to scrutinise the numbers. I believe Dave may have failed the test.
Okay.
But may let it off on a technical.
We've actually half an hour up, so yet again, our what we saw on the internet feature will have to be carried over to next week, but that's okay. It'll age well.
A quick reminder on events: there's an Auster and Beagle flying on at Netherthorpe, 24th and 25th of October. Halloween flying at Sturgate on the 31st of October. Our own event. Well, one of the Seeger events, Pilot Careers Live Virtual, happens on the 6th and 7th of November. Register online and join that online. And a reminder, because we'll keep prompting you, the Aerobatics Ball happens on November the 28th, and you need to register for that.
That's great. That Auster and Beagle flying at Netherthorpe on the 24th and 25th. The 24th is looks like, getting back to what Simon was saying earlier, that could be a bit blustery for an Auster and Beagle.
Yeah, you just wheel them out and they blow away.
Yeah.
Don't try that at home, guys.
It's an ideal place to take your Aeronca.
Oh no! And well, Nick Gensler says Netherthorpe's cancelled as it's now in a Tier 3 COVID area. Well,
Oh, dear. I wonder if we can persuade the Tim Dawsons of this world to put like the COVID areas on the chart so we know where we can and can't go.
On Skype, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
on that shell.
on that happy note, I would like to remind you all that if you're not members of the Flyer Club, you can join, and it's only £2.50 a month, payable £7.50 a quarter, and you get all sorts of discounts, plus the free landing fees, plus you're supporting us and everything we do, all of the stuff for electronic conspicuity, the magazine, the live stream, everything. It's really appreciated, and we'd really like it. If you would like to come to Pilot Careers Live Virtual, and if it may not seem like the ideal time to be considering a career on the flight deck, but it's certainly the ideal time to inform yourself of what's going on, because it's a pretty complex situation out there. Go to pilotcareernews.com and register. It's completely free to register, and then you can come and watch us on Friday the 6th and 7th, where we'll have a huge number of seminars and information and good stuff, lots of goodness, as it were. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much, Ed. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We look forward to seeing you next week, and maybe we'll finally get time to run the videos. Thank you very much. See you all soon.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good evening. Where's my end broadcast? There it is.